So this is going to be a quick look at a Howard Clark 1086 Japanese style blade and its koshirae. It's going to be the sword on the bottom here that we're looking at. So first I just want to talk about how well the sword was thought out thematically. Now it was designed by Matt Jensen. I believe he commissioned all of the work for it, and it turned out really well. So it's done in kind of a Kama Mitsudomo theme. And what I want to mention first is just everything matches. So you've got the matching koshirae, fuchi, koiguchi, the tsuba, there's the front. So it has the Kama with the Mitsudomo mon. It also matches the manuki there. So on the back of the tsuba, it's got the inlay. Moving on, the kurikata and the koshirae also have the same theme. So it was just really well thought out in that way. Now all the fittings were made by Roman Urban, and the saya, ska, itomaki were done by the Man in Black. The saya has a really cool alternating ishime and gloss pattern. Hopefully you can kind of see in the gloss there's like a sparkling mother of pearl dust in it of all sorts of colors. Gives it a nice nice detail up close when you really step in to check it out. So yeah, Roman Urban did all the fittings. They're done in urushi with a silver inlay, and what I like is you can feel the inlay when you touch it. So I can actually feel the kamas with my fingers as I glide my finger across them. I thought that was really cool. It's got a full wrap of large nodule samegawa, which was black lacquered and then cleaned off, and it kind of enhances the nodules. And this was another thing that really drew me to the sword. I thought it looked really good with the leather ito wrap over it. And the leather ito, whereas at first I was kind of worried about the usage of it being kind of slick and hard to grip, but what's nice about this is leather being a little bit thicker and probably harder to work with than cotton. When you do the crossovers here, it sticks out from the samegawa quite a bit and creates some pretty deep diamonds. So the diamonds being larger in general, and then they're also deep. Your fingers kind of set inside of there and really ensure that you've got a decent grip on the blade. So while the leather is a bit slick, the diamonds kind of make up for that and makes it pretty comfortable to hold. Another thing that's comfortable about this sword is the sori. A little bit deeper sori. I believe it's right around an inch, and that makes it pretty comfortable to draw. So moving on to the blade in habaki, just a quick view of the habaki. It's done in silver and was made by Howard Clark, I'm told. The seppa are also silver and were done by the Man in Black. The hamon is actually somewhat difficult to see, and I do have the blade in light oil right now, but there's not a huge contrast. Let's see if I can get it to pop up there. So that's about as good as she gets right there. Just kind of an overview of the blade without the saya. So now it's time to have a little fun with it. So I'm going to cut a couple of mats of tatami and throw this in the video too, so you can see how it performs, and maybe I'll chat about it for a second afterward. She doesn't really glide through the tatami that well, although I find it cuts other things
pretty well. I'd really be curious to see how it does on like a really heavy, um, durable target. It feels like the blade is just really stout and really resistant to bending, and it would just drive right through something. But as far as the tatami cutter, it's definitely not my finest, although it does showcase my skill a little bit more than others, is that it feels like I've got to be doing somewhat well to get through it okay. So anyway,